I never thought a simple neighborhood disagreement could spiral into a nightmare that would threaten everything I held dear. Let me take you back to a crisp Tuesday afternoon in August 2024 in the quiet suburban enclave of Crestwood Estates, where I'd moved with my 9-year-old daughter, Lily, hoping for a fresh start after a messy divorce. My name's Ethan Carter, and I work as an insurance fraud investigator, a job that's taught me to spot scams from a mile away. But nothing could have prepared me for the chaos that unfolded when I crossed paths with Vanessa Reed, the HOA president who turned out to be far more dangerous than I ever imagined. It all started innocently enough. I was helping Lily with her math homework at our kitchen table when Vanessa knocked on my door, clutching a glossy invoice that screamed official. She was in her late 30s, with sleek auburn hair and a smile so polished it felt rehearsed. Introducing herself as the head of the Crestwood Estates HOA, she handed me a bill for a $250 community safety surcharge. My radar went off immediately. Years of chasing fake claims had honed my instincts for anything that smelled like a hustle. The document looked legit, but when I asked for the HOA meeting minutes approving this fee, Vanessa's smile faltered, just for a second. "I need proof this was voted on," I said, keeping my tone polite but firm. Her eyes flickered with something panic, maybe before she brushed it off, promising to email the details later. What I didn't know then was that Vanessa wasn't just an overzealous HOA tyrant. She was running a sophisticated insurance fraud ring, using her position to dig into neighbors' lives and orchestrate accidents for profit. My job made me the one person in Crestwood who could unravel her scheme, and she knew it. That innocuous fee was her bait, a test to see if I'd push back. And push back I did, setting off a chain of events that would turn my life upside down. Within an hour, I heard Vanessa's voice through my open window, shrill and dramatic, as she called 911. "I need help at 1423 Oak Lane," she told the dispatcher. "I'm Vanessa Reed, HOA president." Ethan Carter got hostile when I tried to collect a mandatory safety fee. He threatened me. I was stunned. Threatened her? I'd been nothing but calm, but Vanessa was already spinning a web, painting me as a danger to the community. By the time Officer Daniels arrived at 6:30 p.m., she had a performance ready. Fake tears, a forged invoice, and a shaky witness statement from our neighbor, Greg, who looked like he'd rather be anywhere else. Vanessa played the victim flawlessly, claiming I'd intimidated her over legitimate community rules. Greg, clearly coerced, mumbled something about hearing me raise my voice. I explained my side, emphasizing I'd only asked for documentation, but when I mentioned my job investigating fraud, Vanessa's eyes lit up like she'd hit the jackpot. I just handed her the key to destroy me. Officer Daniels suggested it was a civil matter and left, warning us to keep the peace. I reassured Lily, who was confused by the police visit, that it was just a misunderstanding. But Vanessa wasn't done. That night, while I tucked Lily into bed, she was already digging into my background, learning about my divorce, my custody of Lily, and my expertise in fraud detection. To her, I wasn't just a stubborn neighbor, I was a threat to the empire she'd built. The next morning, that gut feeling I get when something's off wouldn't quit. During my lunch break, I tapped into my work's insurance databases and found a chilling pattern. 9 suspicious claims in Crestwood over the past 18 months, totaling $200,000 in payouts for stage slips, fender benders, and even disability payments to a deceased resident, routed to a P.O. box tied to Vanessa's insurance business. She was targeting anyone who questioned her authority, and I was next. While I was piecing this together, Vanessa was tightening her grip on Greg, who owed $25,000 in gambling debts she somehow controlled. She gave him an ultimatum: help frame me, or she'd ruin his family. That evening, she escalated her attack, calling 911 again to report suspicious behavior. She claimed I'd been photographing kids' play areas with professional equipment, spinning a tale of predatory conduct. When Officer Daniels returned, Vanessa had doctored ring footage showing me, with a camera actually me snapping photos for Lily's school project about her neighborhood. Greg, cornered, backed her story, and Vanessa's fabricated list of concerned parents sealed the narrative. Lily overheard the accusations and asked, her voice trembling, "Daddy, why does she say you're bad?" That moment, seeing fear in my daughter's eyes, lit a fire in me. This wasn't just about me anymore. Vanessa was targeting my child to protect her crimes. By Thursday, the stakes were life or death. Vanessa, tipped off that I'd been searching insurance records, decided to end the threat permanently. She planned to stage a car accident, cutting her SUV's brake line and blaming me for sabotage. She coerced Greg to lie, saying he saw me near her vehicle. Her plan was for the SUV to roll into my fence, framing me for attempted murder. But her scheme went horribly wrong. At 4:15 p.m., as Lily stepped off the school bus with other kids, Vanessa's SUV didn't stop at my fence. It barreled into the street, missing Lily by inches before crashing into a tree. The chaos was deafening. Kids screaming, parents shouting. I ran outside, heart pounding, to find Lily sobbing in the road. "The car almost hit me, Daddy," she cried. As I held her, Vanessa was already spinning her lie, shouting that I'd tampered with her brakes. The police arrived, and with Greg's coerced testimony and neighbors' whispers about my pattern of behavior, Officer Daniels had no choice but to arrest me. As handcuffs clicked around my wrists, Lily clung to me, sobbing, "Don't take my daddy." I whispered, "The cameras saw everything, sweetheart. I'll be home soon." My neighbor, Mrs. Larson, took Lily in, her eyes filled with doubt. Vanessa's crocodile tears followed me into the squad car. Poor Lily. I hope Ethan learns his lesson. But Vanessa didn't know I'd installed security cameras that morning. In jail, staring at cold concrete walls, I clung to hope that the footage would save me. My public defender, Sarah Mitchell, accessed the cloud backup and found gold. Crystal clear video of Vanessa cutting her brake line, coaching Greg, and gloating over my arrest on a phone call. The brake line's surgical cut and timestamps proved I was inside with Lily during the sabotage. By 7 p.m., Officer Daniels was apologizing, releasing me, and issuing a warrant for Vanessa's arrest. Vanessa, oblivious to her unraveling, called an emergency HOA meeting that night to cement her narrative as the neighborhood savior. I walked into the packed community center at 7:25, my laptop loaded with evidence. Vanessa's smug speech about my dangerous behavior was in full swing when I stood up. The room gasped as I connected my laptop to the projector and played the footage. Vanessa's sabotage, her coercion of Greg, her chilling phone call celebrating my arrest. The silence was suffocating as neighbors realized they'd been duped. Greg broke down, confessing Vanessa's blackmail and my insurance fraud evidence $200,000 in fake claims left the room reeling. Vanessa's composure cracked, her desperate denials turning into a confession. "I brought stability to this neighborhood," she shouted, unraveling. At 8:30, FBI agents stormed in, cuffing Vanessa for fraud, conspiracy, and endangering children. Her attempt to flee ended with her tripping over a cord, crashing in front of every Ionia, perfect metaphor for her downfall. As they led her away, Lily ran to me, asking, "Can we be happy now?" I held her tight, promising we were safe. The fallout was staggering. The FBI uncovered Vanessa's network, spanning multiple towns, with over $300,000 in fraudulent claims. She'd blackmailed neighbors using HOA data, exploiting their secrets. She got 7 years in prison, $250,000 in restitution, and a ruined life divorced, disgraced, her home foreclosed. Crestwood rebuilt, with transparent HOA rules and a community that rallied around truth. Lily's resilience inspired me, and my fraud expertise earned me an FBI consulting gig. But the scars remain. How many other Vanessas are out there, hiding in plain sight? What would you have done in my shoes? Faced Vanessa head-on, or let the law handle it quietly? Should her punishment have been harsher, or was justice served? Drop your thoughts below, and if this story gripped you, like, comment, and subscribe for more real-life dramas.